So you've finally decided to commit to investing in real estate but are stuck with another question. What kind of real estate should I invest in, commercial or residential? Both options can be the perfect match for you depending on your overall budget, how much risk you can take, and your expected financial returns. And this is where we come in to help you decide. So, keep watching until the end of this video because we will weigh the pros and cons of both commercial and residential real estate. Commercial real estate is probably the most underrated choice between commercial and residential investment options. When you look up videos about real estate investments on TikTok or YouTube, they will most likely teach you something like house flipping or buying a property you can rent out to others. But commercial real estate not being a popular choice doesn't mean it is the worst option. One of the biggest differences between commercial and residential real estate properties is the capital you need to invest in a property. Since it is called commercial real estate, the scale of the investment is usually much larger than that of a residential real estate investment. This is why many people, especially beginners, usually avoid investing in commercial real estate. When you are just starting, it's really hard to justify investing so much money in a singular investment. However, just like in any other type of investment, since the amount of money needed in commercial real estate is significantly higher, it is much more probable to see faster and higher returns. Another advantage to investing in commercial real estate is that you can find it everywhere. From buildings that are rented out as warehouses or serve as the office spaces of corporate companies to hotels or apartment complexes, commercial real estate properties are needed everywhere. There is a constant demand for these buildings, so technically real estate investors are always in business. But this doesn't mean their spaces are guaranteed to be rented out like residential properties. There is also quite a diversity of options you can invest in for commercial real estate, a variety that residential real estate usually does not have. There are also fewer personal interactions with your tenants regarding commercial real estate because your property is rented out for longer periods by one company and is usually considered a part of the business itself, so the space is better maintained. The big advantage for commercial real estate over residential real estate is that you have a completely different class of tenants. You don't have the same kind of consumer protections that you would have in residential. Josh DeShong, real estate investor and creator of Trelly, comments on the pros of commercial real estate. However, although several positive aspects of commercial real estate might entice you right now, some downsides might make you reconsider. As previously mentioned, the needed capital for investing in commercial real estate is significantly higher than in residential real estate, so this option might not be for you if you have a limited budget. This huge investment doesn't come without risk because, unlike in residential real estate, your profit from your commercial properties will most likely rely on the ability of the business or company renting it out to generate revenue. Therefore, if your tenant's business goes down, you will also see a plummet in profits, and if the space they left doesn't get rented out immediately, you might lose so much money just to maintain the space. Nevertheless, if you can make enough money for the capital for a commercial real estate investment, if you can handle the risks, if you have done enough research and still think that commercial real estate investing is for you, then you should go for it. Famous real estate billionaires like Donald Bren grew their wealth through acquiring and investing in commercial spaces, and this might be the chance for you to become just like him. Now, onto the safer and more popular option between the two: residential real estate. Residential real estate investments are more beginner-friendly because, compared to commercial properties, acquiring residential spaces is a lot easier and cheaper, especially since investors in residential real estate usually don't have to start from the ground up, and they can just buy an existing house, improve or renovate it, take care of a few paperwork like contracts, and then they can immediately rent it out to other people, unlike commercial spaces, wherein you have to go through the tedious process of finding or constructing a good building in an area with a lot of foot traffic, so that it attracts business owners and then take care of a whole lot more paperwork. The process of finding and investing in good residential properties is less complicated. Aside from this, if you consistently find tenants who always pay on time and don't give you a hard time when collecting rent, profits are almost always guaranteed, no matter what happens, because people will always need a place to live in. This also means there is a lot more stability or fewer risks when it comes to this investment because of constant demand. You can easily find new people to rent your space to, unlike with commercial spaces, where it takes a little longer to find a business that is doing well enough that you can see them renting out your commercial property for long periods. It's much easier to find tenants for residential than it is commercial. This is what John Deschamps said about the advantages to investing in residential real estate. And in the investment world, being a safer option and having a lower entry point also means lower returns. According to Investment Tribe, the average return on investment, ROI, for residential properties is 10% compared to 12% for commercial properties. Aside from that, due to the nature of most residential lease contracts, tenants usually don't occupy your space for that long. Because of the constant turnover, you will encounter all kinds of people as your tenants, and sometimes some of them will be easier to work with, but this also means that you will have to work with some tenants who will give you a hard time and won't respect you or your property. So if you don't like interacting with different kinds of people as much, investing in residential real estate might not be for you. Many people will probably find residential properties the better option because it is more accessible for people with smaller budgets. So, if you're just starting out in real estate investment and don't like risks, have a smaller budget, and think you can handle facing other people all the time, then investing in residential real estate might be the perfect choice for you. People like Sidney Torres started their real estate journey by buying a promising residential property while making minimum wage. Still, he has achieved something many of us dream of becoming: a self-made millionaire. And your first residential real estate investment might be your first step towards achieving the same success. Regardless of which one you choose based on your assessment of what fits you, real estate is the #1 investment choice for most billionaires worldwide. While this doesn't automatically mean that you will also become a billionaire, if billionaires are investing in real estate, then that means that there is a lot of guaranteed earning potential in the field. And just like what Sidney Torres said, you don't have to have a bunch of money to get started in the real estate world. It really depends on surrounding yourself with a good mentor or mentors and, learning how to do your homework. Are you planning on investing in real estate soon? If so, after hearing the disadvantages and advantages, what is the better option for you? Commercial or residential? Let me know what and why you chose it. Also, let me know if you learned anything new from this video, and join the conversation in the comment section below.